Hello and welcome to another daily market reading. Today we're on Bitcoin and I'm going to move up to the weekly time frame because it's Monday, so we have just closed a weekly candle. Okay, so we're going to start on the weekly and then make our way down to 4 hours and then 1 hour. Okay, first things first, we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, we've had 4 green candles, 4 green consecutive candles on the weekly time frame. So we've been going up and up and up and up for exactly a month. Okay, which is quite a lot, especially considering we're on a bear market, because let's not forget this is a bear market. So on the weekly time frame, this does look like Bitcoin has already had quite a big move up, and it just might either be running out of gas or has run out of gas. Okay, so let's move down a bit to the daily time frame. The daily time frame, is roughly the same sort of thing. We've had a whole straight month where we've been going up, and then now it's not as straight up. It looks like we've hit the same spot twice, and we're kind of struggling to make a new high, which is not a great sign for Bitcoin, which is why there is a chance that that's it, that we run out of fuel, and that my target for 81,000 isn't actually going to get hit. Okay, so daily wise, the oscillator has been staying on oversold area, kind of. It's been going in and out of it, and it's not dropping. Okay, it's not dropping just yet. So now we can move down to the 4 hour time frame, and this is where we can actually get a lot more information. So in my previous video, I identified this 4 hour gap, which during the whole weekend that we've just gone through, it served as a really good support. We came up, tested it, and we didn't break it. The oscillator during the whole weekend was going down, and down, but the price of Bitcoin managed to stay strong on top of this 4 hour gap, which was a really good sign. It was a really positive sign. Okay, but we had a move up, okay, which is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for a move up, but we actually failed to make a new higher high. Okay, because I'm going to zoom out a little bit more so it's easier to see. Let's not forget high, low, high, low, high, low, another high, another low, another high, another low, or you just count it all as one, a high, a low, and then we were, well, at least in my point of view, we were meant to get another high, and we didn't. We stopped off at the exact same level as the previous high, and then now it looks like we're losing this low. Now, I'm a little bit different than most traders. I personally like to give, in this kind of higher low, higher high structure, I like to give the price 2 sort of strikes. Okay, so now we failed to make a new higher high, so that's strike 1 out of 2, and then now my last zone where Bitcoin is going to make or break for me, I am waiting for it around this area. We have a ghost daily gap, okay, which is a daily gap that hasn't been completely filled up yet, but it has been tested. Okay, that is where we had our previous low, when we had a high, low, high, and then now we could, in theory, if we really wanted to, if we wanted to be very permissive with Bitcoin, consider this whole thing as one high, and then now hope for it to go down here. If we break this ghost daily gap and we don't get a new higher high, then in my eyes, that's it. I do not think that we're going back up to 80,000. I think Bitcoin has run out of fuel, and I am going to start looking for short positions. Okay, so quick recap. Let me delete all of these things now. In my eyes, we're in strike 1 out of 2. If we go down, test this ghost daily gap, and we do not get a reaction, and in this reaction I mean making a higher high. I can do the line straight. Okay, maybe not. If we fail to go above 79,500 from this ghost daily gap, that is not a good thing for Bitcoin at all. Okay, that is just going to mean that that's it. We've hit some ceiling, and we are now due to go down, okay, to collect all of this money that we have been accumulating, all of this money and all of this money, okay, because that's where a lot of liquidity is. So I'm not personally trading now because there's a chance for it to go back up. I am gonna wait for it here. We have got a 1 hour gap sitting just between those two levels, which is sort of an intermediate sort of support level, if you want to say it that way. And then if that's also lost, then let's just wait for it down here. Okay, it looks like on the 4 hour time frame we do have a bit more room to go down, so it might make sense for us to go down and test it. Okay, my personal point of view, my humble point of view, I still think we have room to go up. My analysis still kind of stands, but it looks like it might not really work anymore. Okay, but until I'm proven otherwise, until we fail to make a so if we lose this ghost daily gap, then that's it. I'm not going to believe in it anymore. Until then, I think we still have a bit of hope. I'm going to turn on our indicator so it's nice and easy. And then we can see, right, we have come and we have collided against a weekly gap and a weekly gap, okay, which is not only a weekly gap. I'm going to turn on our indicators with a multi-time frame fair value gaps, and you can see it is also a daily gap. So the price of Bitcoin is really struggling against this daily and weekly gap. It's really struggling. Now, this 1 hour gap, it does look like it could have a bit of hope. Okay, why? Because we have got, this is on the 4 hour time frame, by the way. We've got the trend cloud, which is roughly a tweaked out modified exponential moving average on the 50 exponential moving average. This could be just a fake out, okay, just like it did here. It did a little fake out from this trend cloud, and then we carried on going back up. And as well, we have got the smart trend, which is just around, not exactly, but is around this 1 hour gap. So we do have a bit of hope that we could go here and then react back up. Or if we don't, okay, if we completely lose this, we have got the ghost daily gap and a 4 hour gap all together around this area. Okay, which is why I'm personally gonna probably fire a long position here, because I do think there is going to be a bit of a reaction. And if this is lost, if from here we do get this reaction and we fail to make a new higher high, that's it. I do not think we're aiming for 81, 82, 83. I think that's it. I think it's time to prioritize short positions, and that's it. Okay, that's that for Bitcoin. Moving on really quickly to CME futures. It's a shame, isn't it? Because we were so close to clearing out this daily gap that we have left on the CME futures, and we didn't. Which is why I also think we do have still a bit of room to go up, you know. But, you know, I do not have a magic crystal ball. I do not know what the price of Bitcoin is really going to do. I can't predict the future. I can only estimate based on my technical analysis. Okay, then USDT. We've got a very similar thing. So if I zoom out, okay, I was saying I think there's still room for USDT to go down because we have a daily gap. We've got the golden pocket of this whole impulsive phase, as well as just a quick reminder for you in case you weren't aware, we've got a daily, a weekly gap, and the golden pocket all sitting at the exact same level. Okay, this chart is giving me a bit more hope. Why? Because this trend cloud, okay, on the 4 hour time frame, well, not actually on the daily time frame, is being respected quite nicely. Okay, we were following it, we tested it, we did a fake out, we tested it again, we broke it, we tested, and then now we just might be going for a retest. Okay, you never know. So if we do follow this hypothesis of Bitcoin, well, not Bitcoin, USDT dominance is going to just do a simple retest to then go hit against the golden pocket, against the weekly and the daily gap. It would make sense for Bitcoin to have a bit more of a move down and then have that more aggressive move up to go into the targets which I have been speaking about for the past week and a half. Okay, so on the daily time frame on this chart, it's giving me a little bit of hope. I think there could be some room for Bitcoin and the crypto market to go down just to get a really nice bounce back up. The oscillator again is saying a really similar thing. It's not oversold yet, it's halfway through. We could get up to here, so we could get that test back up on the daily time frame to then have that move down, to then have that move down on the daily time frame. Okay, Ethereum is a very similar thing. Ethereum's been a bit more volatile and it's actually been a lot weaker. I have been saying this in my previous videos. It hasn't been behaving as nicely. We have hit the same sort of, this weekly gap is been a massive resistance for Ethereum. We've gone up once, hit it, failed, we failed, we had a rejection, we failed again, and then we failed again. That's not great. that's not really good. And now I'm on the 4-hour time frame. We've got a 4-hour gap sitting along very nicely with the smart trend. We could get a reaction. The oscillator looks like it's still got a bit more room to go down. Same sort of thing as Bitcoin. If we lose it, that's not looking so good. So we're gonna have to cross analyze, look at what Bitcoin's doing to see what Ethereum's doing, see what sort of references we can take. But yeah, I think if Ethereum now does not get a reaction here, which is at 2,246, which is also matching up very nicely with a smart trend, that's not a really good sign either. Okay, so I think it's just about having a bit of patience now, seeing what the market could do today, tomorrow. It's not looking great, but I personally think we do still have a bit of a chance to go back up. I think in my mind we could still go up to 80,000. We have a bit of hope, which is what the daily time frame on the USDT chart is showing me. But maybe I'm fully wrong and that's it. Bitcoin has run out of juice, it has run out of gas, and we're not actually going up anymore. But I will keep you posted with what my indicators say, what I'm trading like this coming week, because I feel like this week is going to be make or break. We're either going to go into these levels here, into the 80,000 plus, break this daily gap, which has been such a resistance, or we are just going to be confirming that that's it. There's no more moves up, that we can just start looking for short positions to start grabbing all of this liquidity which we haven't grabbed. Okay, all of this plus all of this here plus all of this here, because we've got a bunch of money that we have not collected yet. Okay, and also let's not forget we are on a bear market. Okay, so that's that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in tomorrow's video, and then we will see what the market is doing. Please leave a like, please subscribe, as it helps us out quite a lot, and it's a free thing that you can do just to show me that you do like these videos and that they're not fully useless for you. Thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow.